Honorable Mulder, please take your seat. Now, Honorable Member, can I request that you speak a bit louder because I hardly hear a thing. It's echo, I'm seated, it's very difficult to hear you. Please, that's what I'm requesting of you.
Thank you. Chair, I want to understand, is it parliamentary for a Minister of Sport to stand up and say absolutely nothing about the department he's leading, sports, arts and culture? Is it parliamentary? Is it allowed?
Honorable Member, that's a very subjective question you are asking and not related to the rules of the joint sitting. Can we proceed, Honorable Mulder?
Thank you, Honourable Chairperson. Honourable President, at your inauguration after the 2019 election, you said the following: "Yes, South Africa, to Mamina, send me. I pledge here today that I will serve you. I will work with you side by side to build South Africa that we all want and deserve. I respect you for that, and I know that you are still trying every day. Today I'm going to speak in my home language, Afrikaans. But out of respect for you, Mr. President, I've provided you with a translated copy of my speech.
After that speech in 2019, there was a great expectation in South Africa, and it was believed that it would be a new beginning that would send South Africa in a positive direction, to tell everyone that was ready to stand with you, to Mamina, send us. But now, 7 years later, it's clear that things did not work out exactly that way. It was difficult Thursday evening to listen to the long list of problems that you mentioned, where you spoke of all of those new task teams. Not all of these problems happened coincidentally. No, it actually happened under the rule of the ANC party over the last 30 years. Irregardless of the task teams. We have reached a point where our country is completely grinding to a halt and stagnating, where it cannot be led ideologically into the policy directions that you have promised. Things like cadre deployment, black economic empowerment and affirmative action, that simply doesn't work. And I can just briefly address three other matters. Firstly, water supply. To have clean water is a basic human right. The crisis is so severe that you, as president, have to take control of it yourself. A water shortage didn't occur overnight. 30 years of maladministration, coupled with no maintenance of infrastructure, lies at the root of the problem. In most parts of the country, there's more than enough water, but the pipes are leaking and the pumps do not work. With cadre deployment officials that do not know how to get the things to work, the estimation calculation of Johannesburg is that 50% of water is lost due to leaking pipes. Secondly, foreign policy. There's no difference in the foreign policy that you have mentioned in this and the previous SONAs. My problem remains that it still remains the ANC's policy and not the policy of the GNU. During your speech, you were stiff-necked and defiant when addressing foreign affairs. You said, "We stand on our sovereignty and we will not be bullied." That's all good and fair, but your stubbornness and blindness to what is currently happening in the world is absolutely no excuse. With our foreign policy, it's currently causing South Africa enormous economic damage. You say that South Africa remains a clear and consistent voice for international law, for justice and for human rights, but that is just completely untrue. When Russia invaded Ukraine, South Africa conveniently forgot about international law. When Iran shot and killed thousands of its own citizens and sentences women like Zara Tabiri and Masha Amini to death, human rights apparently didn't matter. Not a single word of judgment from DIRCO or the GNU were uttered. Last Friday, the Minister of Women, Sindisizwe Chikunga, delivered a speech at the Iranian embassy to commemorate their revolution, but again did not say a single word about these human rights violations. This is not in national interest, and the FF Plus strongly condemns it. Lastly, I want to also speak about the Afrikaner and the unresolved issues between us. Afrikaners and other minorities appreciate the efforts that you are making to solve South Africa's problems. We really do notice it. However, alone you will not succeed. The cabinet and all of your task teams will also not succeed. And also, not even the public service will succeed. It will be a major collaborative effort from everyone in South Africa, political leaders, civil society, and every South African in this country that needs to do this. Then only do we stand a chance. Here is my hand, Mr. President. Today, the Afrikaner and other minorities are extending a helping hand to you. We want to help, but it's not unconditional. We request equal treatment and recognition. It doesn't help if we say we will not be free as long as the people of Palestine and Western Sahara are not free. But with no consequence, as in your own country, an Afrikaner community does not even have the right to determine the language of instruction in their school. We are also not allowed to decide and determine shareholding in our own businesses and companies. That is not freedom. Today, I have once again given you a copy of the Accord on Afrikaner Self-Determination. Afrikaner freedom and self-determination are unresolved issues that will not go away. Let us deal with it. In the past, the Freedom Front Plus has honored our agreements. Look at our history, but the ANC has not. That leads to Afrikaner anger and reaction. Two examples. The FF Plus honored our part in the agreement regarding the Northern Cape. After the election, the ANC blatantly violated it. This makes us angry and a serious breach of trust. The agreements reached concerning the Bella Act and expropriation without compensation were also violated. That makes Afrikaners draw their hands back. But let us look one another in the eye now and address these issues. We are willing, Mr. President. Thank you.
Mulder. The next speaker on the